couple. Well, today I'm half of that sports couple. And today we're so thrilled to have with us St. James football coach LaVanta Davis. There you go. You see it in print. You never know how to say it. From St. James High School. Hey, Coach Davis. So happy to see you.
Thanks for having me, Miss Lori.
I don't know if you know this, but I know you're kind of a little mentee of Robert Valdez, and Marty, my husband, who'll be here in a little bit, coached Coach Valdez at O'Perry Walker. He was
Mm-hmm.
the offensive line coach, so taught him everything he knew.
That's
Not
right.
really.
That's right.
Not
That's right.
really. So things are going pretty well for you. You 3 years, you get to the semifinals and 2 state championships. Coach,
Mm-hmm.
what's your magic?
It's all about the players and the coaches I have around me. So we work. My assistant coaches work extremely hard in preparing these young men, and football at St. James has always had success, and we just have a blueprint, that we implemented, that the kids and coaches have bought into. And when you have buy-in and you demand buy-in, I mean, good things will happen.
And you did it like last year. You had lost 13 starters, right? And
Yes.
everybody was like, "Oh, okay." They had their fun, and then you get to the Superdome, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" So talk about that a little bit. I mean, you don't lose; you just
Yeah.
reload.
Well, it's just that's just I mean, as you know, Laura, your husband being a former coach, that a lot has to go your way in terms of health and just being blessed. So I would consider it a blessing. We definitely put a lot of hard work in, and our kids, like I said, is all about the players. And if the coach is just putting them in position to make plays and they're executing, and it's a blessing from God that we were able to remain remain healthy throughout the season, and we were able to not get the job done, but we were there.
Well, you're at least have a chance, which is
Correct.
more than what all the other teams can say. So, and you're fortunate to have some really good players. Talk
Mhm.
about, I mean, your quarterback, Jawan. Talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, Jawan Jackson was a freshman last year, started as a true
Freshman,
freshman.
freshman,
Yeah, yeah.
and he threw for
Uh,
24 touchdowns. Correct?
I believe so.
I
I
think
don't
that's what
know.
I have written down.
I
24
think so.
touchdowns.
I think he threw for that and maybe over 1,000.
Yeah,
But he had a real good year and is off to a good start this year. Kept it
that helped.
simple for him last year. Uh, Condensed the playbook, uh, and he just got better week to week. Which that's what you want from players, but overall as a team, that's what you want, to get better week to week. And now we're able to open it up a little more for him, starting to slow down a little bit, and he has this year and 2 more years to go. And we have a good group of skill guys around him to complement him.
Talk about that.
Yeah, but make no mistake, we want to run the ball first. That's first and foremost, and we have a good back to get the ball to. And
And that's
Kanai King Young.
Villanueva. Is that how you say it?
No, it's Kanai King Young.
Oh, Kanai King
He's
Young.
a
Yes, yes,
senior
yes.
running back. Kid has a lot of ability, high IQ for the game. He's a good teammate. Runs between the tackles well. Catches the ball out the backfield. We can move him around a lot, and then we go to the exterior with Jakai Villanova, and
Mm-hmm.
he does many things for us. We move him around a lot. He's not big in size, but he has the heart of a giant. So he's one of our home run hitters. We have another young man that came on the scene, had a real good summer, in Kanye Zenin, who's been stretching the field for us. A senior laden in Landon Gravois, one of our possession receivers that does everything in terms of blocking and securing possession catches, and also has the ability to stretch the field for us. So we have a good group, but again, we we want to establish that line of scrimmage. If we can do that,
Sure.
everything else will fall into place.
But in the line where you've lost a lot of people on your offensive line, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
Who's stepping in?
absolutely. Testament to Coach Barrio, and the testament to having continuity amongst your coaches, to where we're not reinventing the wheel, we're not changing our system, we're just plugging and playing. So we have maybe he's going to be a second year. No, he's replacing his brother, Andon Mauler. His brother was our starter last year, Andre Mauler. So he has the opportunity to take over as center, and he's just a sophomore.
Mhm.
We have two juniors on side of him, and Chase Gasson and Kane Gravois, two young guys that play both sides of the ball with 3A schools. So they're going to play both sides of the ball. And we have Amari Marshall and Xavier Anderson, who also plays both sides of the ball, and a couple subs that go along with them. So we're looking to continue to develop that group and get better.
Let's talk about defense. How's the defense? And you're going to need it because your schedule is, oh my goodness. So talk about the defense.
Yeah. We're young along that area too. We return 3 starters.
Oh my goodness.
3 in the possible, because one kid came on, and Malik, weak safety, came in and relieved one of our guys that had a season-ending ACL injury.
Oh,
He came on. That kid came on, and was a smart football player and did well for us. Took his bumps and kept on going. He's looking better this year. But we have Nolan Zennon, who was the defensive MVP in the championship game. He's a senior linebacker. He's doing well for us. Smart football player. Smart inside the classroom. Up front, again, we know what we face. We know we have to face. That's why we schedule the way we schedule. But we got those boatway guys going up front. We're expecting a lot out of Xavier, young kid, DeMonte Lemar, Chase Gasson, as well as Kane Gravois. And last but not least, James Rose. So we're expecting a lot from those front. We're excited about our young front and our young defense, because when they're young, they listen.
right.
And the one thing we're doing well defensively is running to the ball. So we're running to the ball well. We had a good showing last week against East St. John, allowed 1 score, and still have a lot of room to clean up, things to clean up, and room to grow. So that's I'm excited about able to fix some things from an alignment standpoint and a responsibility standpoint, and just be better week to week.
Well, and last week you played East St. John, and I know that's used to be a big rivalry game and big atmosphere kind of game. But that's nothing compared to this week. And I know you weren't here for the old days, the with the train running through the end zone and all that fun stuff. But the Railroad Classic, talk about this game and what it means and how fun is it to play in? Is it at your place this year?
No,
or there?
We travel to Ram Country.
And they do have the train going to the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'll share this with you. I did spend an extensive time, I believe, from 2007 at West St. John, so I'm familiar with the rivalry. The train did come through many a times. But yeah, we go down there this year, the Railroad Classic. We're going to ask Coach Thomas if he wanted to bring back the trophy out, and he agreed to it. So we'll be playing for the rights of that trophy. So yeah, we're excited about the opportunity to go compete.
And big atmosphere, and I know their numbers are down, but they're on the road back too, I believe, correct? West St. John.
Right. Yeah, I don't see their numbers down on film. They look really good for a 1A ball club. They have some size, they have some good skill, they have a really good quarterback. Defensively, they're flying around to the ball. So if you watch them on film, they're a good looking group. So we got our hands full, and they have our full attention. You
were an assistant under Robert at West St. John, and then and Scotlandville and St. James. So you did play. You're familiar with this rivalry and this game, correct? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, real familiar with it. How do you express to your kids though that haven't played in it? Like what it's going to be like. Do you try, or you just let them? I try not to, because I mean, my approach is just is preparation. Okay. My approach is preparation, and if we're prepared, we'll be fine. Okay. The environment is going to be the environment. Right. So, like I said, it's all about preparation with me. I don't get into I don't put too much into it. And if I have to address it, I'll address it. But throughout my head coaching tenure, I never, unless we're going in the dome. Now, in the dome game, that's a different atmosphere, right? Oh, yeah. Lights. Atmosphere, temperature, that whole process. You have to explain that for sure. And the ruin of quite a few teams that get in there and just are so awestruck by the building that they forget what they're supposed to do once they get. So now we have both of the members of the sports couple with us, and we were just talking about the atmosphere of the West St. John St. James game and what a big fun it is. And you coached at Old Prairie Walker. He went to LB Landry. He said there's kind of a similarity there. Talk about that, Coach.
Yeah,
the rivalry anyway.
We used to lose. Well, I didn't play. Basketball was my deal. And I only went out and played football because one of the football coaches challenged me. Just so happened to be my senior year. And I would always remember us. We would take it on the chin from Old Prairie Walker. So ended up taking on the challenge, went out and was a part of the Old Prairie Walker Landry rivalry. Ended up putting the goose egg on your alma mater. When did you graduate? But it's kind of similar to me to the St. James deal because it was always a big deal when Landry played Walker in anything, in any sport.
Yeah. When did you graduate from LB Landry?
96.
80.
So we kind of missed each other. I left in 91. I left Walker. I was there from 82 to 91 before. So, but it was a great rivalry. Algier is a great place, man.
Absolutely.
Plenty of athletes, a lot going on.
And I told him you coached Robert Valdez, who was his head coach for at St. James, at West St. John, and at Scotlandville.
Mm-hmm.
I said you taught him everything he knew.
I don't know about that. I'm not claiming all that. But the one thing about Robert is he's such a good communicator and he's a motivator, and that's what I thought his strengths were. And surrounds himself with good coaches and he's very successful. I know he'll do a great job at St. Aug.
Yeah. He's doing it already.
Yep. And Coach Davis is doing a fabulous job at St. James. Semifinals, state runner-up. So how do you get over that hump, Coach? You and I talked about this a little bit last year, right before the big game. Mm-hmm. So how do you get over that hump?
You try to do what the film tells you. Basically, and the biggest thing is situational football with me. I think that's what we can improve at as a staff, and I think those are the things that's going to allow us to get over the hump.
Well, he's got some incredible talent. He's got the quarterback back in Jawan Jackson, and an incredible running back. And I have him written down because I can't ever remember the name. Kanai King Young, and a wide receiver in Chicayas Villanueva. And but he did lose some up front on the offensive line a little bit.
But isn't the West Bank of St. James
I can hear you.
Wonderful place?
Say again?
Yeah. Isn't it just a wonderful place, the West Bank of St. James? I spent some time over there. I coached with Gailey for a year.
He was the baseball coach and the offensive line?
I was offensive, defensive line. Your principal, Coach Shane Kleber, he played for me when I was there. I was there his senior year. Okay. So I loved it over there. I ended up leaving there to go to Destrehan, but I could have stayed there. They loved their sports, and they were great to everyone.
And they fed you good.
Shoe pick was always awesome.
Yeah.
And Coach Rod, I know you Coach Rod's probably still running around down there.
He's still running around. Yeah, still running
Some
around.
People don't change.
No. And it was a great place and great atmosphere. They loved St. James football, and they loved to come out. And we used to tease. We said, you always could tell how well we were doing by how many whiskey bottles ended up in the
it was crazy in there, like a recycling bin in the bathroom.
They love their football out here. They love their football out here. When we play on Fridays, everything else shuts down, and they come to cheer on the Wildcats.
We were at the old field, the old school river.
In the middle of the cane field.
And now,
still in the middle of the cane field.
I know, but it's beautiful. The new facility is gorgeous. I got a chance to tour it when Robert was there, and it was great fun. I mean, that's a great, beautiful place now.
It is. Nice open spot. That wind travels through the Saudi rips through when it gets cold, man.
Do y'all still blow the train whistles and all?
Oh yeah, my guy Shinye, Ruff and Shinye.
Still the whistle.
Yep, Mr. Ruffin Shinye. Yep.
Yeah, 'cause when that trade came through, everybody got excited.
In the 90s, they used to have these ladies, these moms that worked at the bank, and they would take all the stuff out of the shredder and bring it in big garbage bags. And every time St. James would score, they'd throw it. And I went home with confetti everywhere. Like it was everywhere. You just couldn't get rid of it. It's such a fun atmosphere. Absolutely, a lot of history. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
You know, the biggest problem is you never can go anywhere else because you're at the top now.
Oh,
it's one of the great jobs in certainly in the river parishes, but also in Louisiana. It's hard to go to would be hard to go to anywhere else unless
and
you
say, "Oh, this will be better."
Yeah, unless you're going to go to a college.
I would argue, I'm not argue, but I would say that in terms of river parish, that there is no bad job. I could be wrong.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Good talent, good people, good facilities. I mean, what else are you asking for? You know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know,
without question.
And it's hard, you know. But it's the river parishes are an awesome place to work, and I was fortunate to have 20 years in the river parishes myself, so I loved it. You know, competition's good, the talent's good, and the people just love their sports and love their football.
Yeah, that's what makes it special.
You all ready for Friday night's big matchup, the Railroad Classic, and vie for the trophy? Who has it right now? You do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have it right now. I can matter of fact, it's right here. I can give you a
show it off. Show it. There you go. Look at that. Look at the history. West St. John, St. James. And they've played longer than that, but that's just how long it's been a thing.
Yeah, since they started. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's it right there.
And you don't want to give that up.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Did you all discuss your opponent? Did you all talk about?
We talked about East St. John a little bit, and we talked about West St. John, but we did not bring up next week. And I know you don't like to look ahead, but next week they've got Terrebonne, my alma mater. So talk about that a little bit. That's a good team.
To be honest with you, Miss Lori, I didn't even if I didn't realize we played Terrebonne next week.
You did.
But in terms of Terrebonne beat us last year.
There you go. See that they've been on a little.
The young man that coaches over at Terrebonne is a kid I coach who's actually from
West St. John. Yes.
I don't want to call him a kid, a young man. Coach Lewis, and I mean he's doing a phenomenal job over at Terrebonne. They're 5A ball club. So, but we'll focus on them.
I know you are. I know coaches well enough.
We got some serious business Friday. I was telling your wife that West St. John doesn't look like a typical 1A ball club.
And he said,
and some good.
He said their numbers aren't down according to the film he's seen.
Well, that's what really is the resurgence in the last couple of years. They were down. Their numbers were so low. When I was at Riverside, they came over with about 19 kids, and now I understand they're up over 40, almost 50 kids playing for them now.
It's always good to see,
and that's great for that community because it was such a great place and a fun place to go. And the chicken wings were always awesome.
Coach Lori Dupont, huh?
Oh yeah. He was here when I first got out here. That's how long I've been here.
Yeah, and it's good to see their numbers back. It's just good to see kids playing high school football because it's so good for them. And that's why you do it.
Without question.
All right, Coach. Anything else you want to add to? What do you want to let your fans know about these 2025 St. James Wildcats?
That we aim to make them proud and put a good product on the field and represent St. James and our community in a first-class manner. So we're excited about this upcoming week and excited about this upcoming year.
And hopefully we'll be back in the Dome this year.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the plan.
Do you know how lucky you are, though? I mean, some coaches coach 20 years and maybe get one trip. You got 3 years and you've made it 2 out of 3. That's pretty darn good, Coach.
Well, my year at West St. John, we lost to Ouachita Christian. my first year, my head coach at Scotlandville, I went and we went and we lost to Evangel, and then we've been over here. So yeah, I've been blessed to be there a couple times. Won it once with Coach Valdez, and we're gonna try to make that magic happen again in the near future.
People don't realize how hard it is to actually
That's what I stated earlier. It's hard. It's a lot has to go your way.
And then to win it, a lot has to go right that night. You know,
and oftentimes, as I shared with my kids last year after the game, oftentimes it's not the better team that wins. It's the team that plays best that given night. So if you don't play your best, I mean, because both teams are good enough to be there, right?
Right. And the Union Parish game was like, it was like a last-second touchdown, right?
You're ripping open an old wound, Ms. Lord.
Sorry.
But yeah, it was that one there. Yeah.
Well, look at the Buffalo Bills. There you go.
She's good at this now. I have 2 runner-ups. Yeah. Okay. And she's quick to remind me. I got 2 runner-ups.
I see that.
It's all putting things in perspective. You got 2 runners up, and there's some teams back there that would dream just to have that. So there you go. There. Yep. All right, Coach. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all for having me.
We'll check back in with you later this season, and hopefully you can answer your phone. And hopefully everything goes your way this year. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank y'all for having me. Have a good one.
You too.